What is your name?
Datrian Johnson.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom, to me, that's where it's just free will, where you get to do what you want to do. No one can hold you back.
What do you fear?
I think the only thing that I really fear is I fear losing my scholarship. Secondly, I fear losing my mother. That's one big thing to me. I always said that I wanted to die before her. That's one thing. But other than that, I really don't have a lot of fears.
What is your name?
Penny Hughes.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom means to me being able to do what I want to do and not being afraid of going anywhere.
What do you fear?
What do I fear? Other countries coming in and killing people.
What is your name?
Thomas Wyra.
What does freedom mean to you?
The ability to come down here and play some tunes whenever the hell I feel like it.
What do you fear?
What do I fear? Not accomplishing my dreams. That's my biggest fear right there.
What is your name?
Dave McClelland.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom. It is being able to use your judgment to make your own choices.
And what do you fear?
Fear. I think I fear losing some type of physical ability, like my eyesight or the use of my hands, something like that.
What is your name?
I'm Nick Griffin.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom means complete autonomy. It's intradependence. I don't need anyone else to show me how to live. I know inside how to live. That's my personal freedom right there.
What do you fear?
Perhaps I'm naive. I fear nothing.
Okay, what is your name?
My name is Sarah Jane.
Sarah Jane. Sarah, what do you think freedom means to you?
To me, freedom means the ability to go where I want to go and do what I want to do when I want to do it.
And what do you fear?
I fear the incapability of doing that.
What is your name?
Ryan Greenwell.
What do you think freedom means to you?
That's a tough one. The right to choose who I vote for. The right to choose my beliefs, my religion. The right to go where I please in my country without being oppressed by evil, stupid Republicans who want to oppress the way I think, who want to oppress certain types of religion because it's the wrong religion, which is why I don't like living in this country.
What do you fear?
I fear this country becoming a military state. I fear stupid people ruling this country and closed-mindedness. I fear that.
What is your name?
David.
David, what do you feel that freedom means to you?
Liberty.
And what do you fear?
A lot of things.
What is your name?
My name is Alex Crumley.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom means taking your pants down and walking across the street.
What do you fear?
I fear nothing but Satan.
What does freedom mean to you?
What does freedom mean? Gee, I guess it means a lot of different things. I'm drawing a blank. It must be the pressure of the camera.
Okay.
Freedom means I don't know.
Okay. What do you fear?
Let me just say one thing I think of when I think of freedom.
Okay.
is that I am not being coerced.
Okay.
That I'm not being pressured to make choices that I don't want to make. That I am not bound by obligations that I don't wish to be a part of.
What do you fear?
What do I fear? Well, I'm very much less fearful than I used to be. I guess I'm not really afraid.
And what is your name?
Melchin.
What is your name?
I'm Jonathan Houndshell.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom means the ability to practice what I believe and to think what I want to think and to do what I want to do. Swing my arm as far as the next man's nose without injuring someone else.
And what do you fear?
And what do I fear?
Fat women.
No, not fat women. You know, it's difficult to put a finger on what I fear. I really don't have too many fears.
What is your name?
Jonathan Lee.
What do you think freedom means to you?
Not being killed for practicing some religious practice that I value.
Okay, and what do you fear?
Nothing except not being able to practice the things I believe.
What is your name?
My name is Derek Morton.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom means very little at this point. Personally speaking, I think it's, just the ability to choose. Globally speaking, common definition of it, I think it's been completely skewed. I don't think anybody really thinks about it anymore. It's just kind of a motto everybody shouts about. Everybody wants to be free, but nobody really considers what that means. I think it's just, if you're free, it's not so much laws or anything else. It's your own ability to do what you want whenever you want.
What do you fear?
Lack of control, I think, more than anything else. I think the inability to do whatever I want. I think I fear more than anything else.
Name?
Ben Eccles.
What does freedom mean to you?
It means freedom to be an asshole and yell at people.
What do you fear?
Nothing.
What is your name?
My name is Vita Hull.
What does freedom mean to you?
That's a really good question. And now you want a dissertation. Wait, you gotta stop it because I can't.
Oh, just go ahead.
No, okay. Well, when somebody says freedom, I really want to think freedom for what? What do you mean? I've heard of people that think that they should be free to hurt other people or hurt other creatures, and that's their freedom. I've heard of people who think that freedom is attached to a nationality. And I think, for me, it probably has a lot to do with the idea of self-determination and people being free to make choices and choose things, choose their lives, hopefully choose to be better human beings. Okay, is that good?
What do you fear?
Personally, are big ones. Well, the last person you were talking to was talking about terrorism. Actually, what I really fear more than that is that under the guise of saying, we're fighting terrorism, we're going to lose the freedoms, the safeguards of our Constitution. We've already seen this. We've seen people put in jail because of their names and then being told they can't even notify their family. They don't know where they are. In the cases I know of, they were eventually released. But that's not what our Constitution says. I'm afraid that right now we're in a climate where there is just so much hatred and so much ignorance that this could take over. I know a lot of people always say, oh, it can't happen here. But I've seen, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of, you talk about losing the freedoms. When they're talking about the political freedoms, the freedoms of worship, the freedoms of thought, the freedoms of ideas, the freedoms to express yourself, I'm very much afraid that we're taking steps toward a dictatorship. They probably won't call it that because that wouldn't be popular, but we've seen that already in the political agendas. Okay.
What is your name?
David Stone.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom is another word for nothing left to lose.
What do you fear?
I fear my dad sometimes. He's 6'6".
Jason Cox.
What does freedom mean to you?
What does freedom mean to me? The ability to be yourself without being judged, incarcerated, or considered to be a terrorist just because of your personal views.
What do you fear?
George W. Bush and his plan of action and his war for oil.
What is your name?
Adam Struford.
What does freedom mean to you?
Being allowed to do whatever you want, I suppose.
What do you fear?
Oh, wow. I don't fear too much at all. God, maybe.
What is your name?
Corey Combs.
What does freedom mean to you?
I guess it means, I don't know, ability to go about your life the way you want to without people constricting your beliefs to, I guess, make them thoroughly make you what you want to do, I guess.
What do you fear?
I guess I fear, you know, part of me just thinks that, you know, the way we're running our government, I believe that, you know, I mean, not that our freedom's going to be taken away or anything, but they're going to disrupt something with somebody else that, you know, is going to look at our freedom and want it, you know, I guess to, I don't know, I'm being disrupted by this dog running around over here. Sorry, dude. But, I forgot what I was even talking about, to be honest with you. But,
what do you fear?
I fear a lot, I guess. I mean, are you talking about like as a country?
Anything. Whatever you want it to be.
I don't know. I fear people get, you know, in a way that they're gonna start believing other things that other people, you know, bring into our country and not realize, you know, where we come from and what we believe, pretty much.
What is your name?
George Link.
What does freedom mean to you?
Making my own decisions and not being oppressed in any way.
And what do you fear?
My involvement in this poor political scheme we call the country right now.
What is your name?
Michelle Mislin.
Michelle?
Yeah.
What does freedom mean to you?
The right for you to choose whatever you want to do.
Okay, what do you fear?
I don't
Name?
Dwayne Johnson.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom is a very large word. It can mean a lot of things. You know, it's one of those things that, are you talking about like as being an American or just the word in general?
In general.
In general, it just means the ability to do as one pleases without constraint.
Okay, and what do you fear?
What do I fear just in general? The water.
Okay, what is your name?
Glenda. Do you need the last name?
Not on tape unless you would like to give it.
Okay, I'm Glenda.
Okay. Glenda, what does freedom mean to you?
Well, we take it pretty for granted in this country. Freedom to have the kind of job we want. For a woman to decide whether or not she wants to have children. And you know, we have so much freedom here, we hardly know what it means, I guess is what I can say.
What do you fear?
I guess I fear that most people don't care enough to think very hard and to learn about things so that they make wise choices. So I fear I fear a lot about this country just drifting into letting the government do whatever it wants to do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What is your name?
My name is Keela Bredhoft.
What does freedom mean to you?
I don't know. I think it's just a word.
What do you fear?
A lot of things.
53, take one.
What is your name?
My name is Chunk.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom means absolutely everything I could take advantage of in life.
What do you fear?
I fear itself. And the unknown, of course, but I don't know anything about that, so kind of fearless myself.
Brian.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom means the ability to express your opinion and to live in a free nation like we live in versus a nation that doesn't allow you to do the things that we have the opportunity to do here in America. Freedom is being able to talk to your senators, talk to different types of congressmen and voice your opinion and tell other people how you feel about political issues and not be condemned by it. So freedom is something that we as Americans take for granted, but should realize the importance of how lucky we are that we're a free nation, and that's why we do need to defend it. But of course, that's a whole other issue on how we should do that.
What do you fear?
Politically? What do I fear? Of course, terrorism is a fear. I fear, of course, a government that is not objective to the people. I fear a government that is not supportive of our opinions.
You. Okay.
What is your name?
My name is Emmanuel Rafael Zapata. No, actually, my name is Don Davis.
What does freedom mean to you?
The ability to do what I want to do. And for others to do what they want to do.
And what do you fear?
And need to do. What do I fear?
Yes.
I can't think of anything I fear at the moment. Really fear. There are things that I worry about. However.
What is your name?
Emily Red.
Okay, project your voice so we can hear you.
Emily Red.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom means opportunity. That's just right off my head. Taken for granted a lot. Freedom means I can choose. I can choose. I can think of a lot more things if I think about it. Freedom. Taken for granted, yeah. A lot of people don't take advantage of their freedoms. So you're going to know all the questions. That's not fair. I'm caught off guard. I'm caught off guard. Pop quiz.
Okay.
Those are basically
second question. What do you fear?
Loss of control. And that will encompass everything. For me, that will encompass everything. Being out of control physically, you know, just in my own environment, around people. That's what I'm most afraid of, and that really will describe any situation I can be in that'll cause fear, is loss of control. And I've thought about that before, that's why that was easy.
What is your name?
Josh Bird.
What does freedom mean to you?
The existence of everything that you want.
What do you fear?
Being caged up, solitude.
What is your name?
My name is Kevin Reeves.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom means I can do whatever I want to. That is what freedom is.
What do you fear?
Failing.
What is your name?
Melinda Fritz.
What does freedom mean to you?
The ability to have your rights, not be constrained from what you're doing. Well, I guess there is some constraint. I'm not exactly sure, actually. So, is that bad?
What do you fear?
I think that society will one day just shut its doors and not be open-minded. That's my biggest fear.
You gonna ask me a question?
What is your name?
My name is Aaron.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom to me is everyone's right to do what it is that makes them happy without, I guess, inflicting on everyone else's right to be happy.
What do you fear?
President Bush becoming elected again. And Florida not being part of America. It's kind of creepy.
Emma Clark.
Emma, what does freedom mean to you?
To me, freedom is the right to talk with people who disagree with me publicly and to express opinions of all sorts, or not only that, but also to, you know, to smoke pot. We need to lift the prohibition on marijuana. But freedom to me is the space to just basically do what your thing is, as long as you're not invading, you know, hurting other people.
Okay, what do you fear?
I fear the end of the world. I fear Armageddon. You know, I picture a military catastrophe, a nuclear catastrophe occurring at any time. And, you know, I'm not a religious person, but the Bible promises Armageddon. And, you know, I'm not like some sucker who buys into all the stuff about Nostradamus, but hell, Nostradamus predicted this stuff and it's coming to pass. And whether I believe it or not doesn't make it not true. And it looks like the end of the world, is happening. And I have children, So my way of fighting my fear is to have children and raise them and get married and have a happy little life. And that's my best way to defy the fear and the, you know. That's what I'm afraid of, is Armageddon.
Name?
My name's Andrew Bledsoe.
What does freedom mean to you?
I think that freedom to me would be just kind of being able to express your opinions, kind of do what you want within reason, you know, as long as you're not hurting anyone else, being able to make yourself happy and, you know, fulfill your needs and what you want out of life, get all that stuff taken care of. That's freedom to me.
What do you fear?
I fear being stationary, being in a situation where you really don't have much feeling, kind of getting, I don't know, being jaded, I guess. That would sum up my fears. I guess not really being in a situation where you really don't get that much out of life. You're just living day to day, the same thing in and out. That would be it.
What is your name?
My name is Heather Davis.
Heather, what does freedom mean to you?
Freedom is the opportunity to reach your potential, I think.
And what do you fear?
Ignorance. Ignorant people, ignorance in general, yeah.
What is your name?
Mandy Widener.
What does freedom mean to you?
Being able to make my own choices without anybody forcing me to choose otherwise, without anybody infringing on my rights. Being free to make my own decisions and not to conform to a society that I don't want to be a part of.
What do you fear?
For being locked up in a cage, being unable to express my own views, being unable to live my own life.
Jeff.
What does freedom mean to you?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. That's it's a lot of things, actually. Goes far beyond this stupid idea of just being able to vote, which obviously never seems to work properly, thanks to Florida and all that good stuff. I don't know if there is even a real thing as freedom. We're all controlled by something, be it your own moral choices or how you were raised. Everything has weight on what you do, and you're never truly open to do what you want to do without thinking of consequence or thinking of the repercussions, I guess.
What do you fear?
Everything. Everything. People I fear more than anything. People. Ignorance of people, actually, I guess would be a better answer for that. Fear that goes along with what I hate, just general ignorance, or maybe not even the ignorance, just the fact that all people, not just Americans, just don't seem to care about the whole picture. They just get look out for number one, that sort of thing. That's about it.
What is your name?
David Champouillon.
What does freedom mean to you?
Being able to, within boundaries, do what you need to do without repercussions.
Okay, and what do you fear?
Not being successful.
What is your name?
J.T. Sherrill.
What does freedom mean to you?
The ability to
pretty much whatever you want without hurting anybody else.
And what do you fear?
Not much.
Your name?
Jamie.
What does freedom mean to you?
Everything.
And what do you fear?
Clowns.
What is your name?
Charles Hagee.
What does freedom mean to you?
The ability to do anything that I want, so long as I don't hurt somebody or interfere with their freedom.
What do you fear?
In regards to freedom, I fear losing it. You know, if I lost the right to be weird and do my own thing, I really don't think I could exist. That would just be horrible.
What is your name?
Katie McClellan.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom. Freedom. I don't know. Living in this country. Being able to do what I want to. Go to school where I want to. Worship where I want to. Live where I want to. I don't know. No anti-tyranny. Democracy. Yeah, I guess that sums it up.
What do you fear?
What do I fear? Tyranny. Snakes. That's probably not what you wanted. I don't know. Terrorism. Anonymous. How do you say that word? Anonymous. How do I say that word?
Anonymity.
Anonymity. Yeah. Failing out of school. Death.
What is your name?
Jessica Diane Rasmus.
What does freedom mean to you?
The ability to make choices.
What do you fear?
Not being able to make choices.
What is your name?
Israel.
What does freedom mean to you?
Being able to say what you want and being able to love who you want.
And what do you fear?
I fear probably my parents finding out I'm gay. I fear that, definitely.
What is your name?
My name is Kathy Cadeau.
What does freedom mean to you?
Being Asian American, I have a lot more things that my mom couldn't have when she lived in Vietnam, because I live in America. It's about choice and, like she said, opportunity, and to say and do what I want when I want it.
What do you fear?
Drowning. I hate the water. Nah, not lost. That's fine. Just drowning.
What is your name?
Greg Hauser.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom means to be able to do something without being criticized for your beliefs. I believe freedom, that's what freedom is being able to have the freedom to do things without being criticized for them, like your beliefs and actions.
What do you fear?
I fear ignorance and stupid people, because they can do some pretty crazy things.
What does freedom mean to you?
This is the same question you asked Josh. Oh, I don't know. Let me think about it before you stop that and let me think about it. Okay. Ready? Okay. When I think of freedom, I think about people that have died for our country and the freedom that we have to live and work and have children. Thank you.
What do you fear?
That terrorists will come and kill my children and take over my country.
Hi, what is your name?
Couldn't tell you that's begin, I'll tell you the same.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom to me, it is about, with freedom, I think there's a lot of responsibility, and I think we all have to be accountable and work hard for our freedom and be thankful for it.
And what do you fear?
Just being separated from God. That's pretty much it. Nothing else.
What is your name?
My name is Juliana Cortez.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom? Being able to do what it is that you feel is right to do, I guess. There you go. That's a good question. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the best I can come up with.
All right. And what do you fear?
What do I fear? Other people. Fear other people, actually. And maybe their perception of freedom? I don't know. Something like that.
What is your name?
Christy Vance.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom means everything.
What do you fear?
What do I fear? Heights.
What is your name?
Megan McCormick.
What does freedom mean to you?
I guess the soonest thing that comes to mind would be, I guess, freedom to... I'm from Alaska, so the freedom to be able to pick up and move anywhere in our country that I need to go. That's all I can... I mean, I would have to think about it really hard, and I probably wouldn't have a good definition anyway.
Okay. What do you fear?
I fear not being able to make enough money doing what I love, and not being able to make enough money, say, to have a place to stay. I fear that.
Name?
Myra Brooks.
What does freedom mean to you?
Being allowed to let me be me.
What do you fear?
Unstable people. Other than that, I'm pretty fearless.
What is your name?
John Boy.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom. Freedom means to me the ability to be myself around people in a free world.
And what do you fear?
I fear the government. I fear the people that want to repress my ideal of our founding forefathers.
What is your name?
My name's David Powers.
What does freedom mean to you?
That's quite a big question. Freedom, it means many things at one time. Gosh, I don't know. Freedom. That's such a powerful question. There's so many issues involved in what freedom actually is that it could go so deep as to blow the mind, I think. That's just one man in a million's personal opinion. I could sit here and talk about it for 2 hours, giving you what I think freedom is, but it would be irrelevant to the situation at hand. It's nice to be able to come home, rest your head, have a roof over your head, have certain things in life people can't take from you. That would be part of a description of freedom, just one of many things.
What do you fear?
What do I fear? I fear failure. Failure sucks. I don't like failure. Can't stand working hard to achieve something, then to have it all just blow up right back in my face. Will probably be the strongest thing that I would fear right now in my life.
Name?
Brad Allen.
What does freedom mean to you?
The ability to do what I want when I want.
And what do you fear?
God.
Is Hillary Hester.
What do you think freedom means to you?
Freedom is that's a hard question necessarily. I actually had to answer it this summer in a metaphor. Freedom was like a novel, and freedom sometimes can be bound. Freedom can be, linear. You can compare freedom to basically anything. So, but to me personally, freedom is basically having the right to do exactly what I want to do whenever I want to do it, and to change my mind and throw consistency to the wind. So that's exactly what freedom is to me.
Okay, and what do you fear?
Oh goodness, I fear being burned. I fear not really too much in terms of spiritual fear or I don't know, I don't have like phobias necessarily of anything, but there's things that I don't want to see happen to myself. Like I said, I don't really feel like walking around being burnt or having burnt skin. That's just one thing that really turns me off. But that's it.
What is your name?
Will Valentine.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom is the ability to practice what I want to practice when I want to practice it without the oppression of somebody else looking over my shoulder.
What do you fear?
I actually do fear oppression. I fear way too strong and powerful government being able to take away my freedoms.
Don't you want to look at you?
What is your name?
Mary Buckley Sutton.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom to me is the ability to be able to do what I want to do within certain parameters, within the law, within the guidelines.
And what do you fear?
I fear that my freedoms are being taken away. I fear the world situation. I fear that we're on the wrong path. I fear that we are in more danger now than we were September 11th.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Constantina Birchfield.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom to me is being able to dance, being able to move freely about my dance. Freedom is a dance.
And what do you fear?
I fear old age.
What do you think freedom means to you?
Hold on a minute. Just cut that off. That's a deep philosophical question that I don't think I can answer on the spur of the moment.
Okay. What do you fear?
What do I fear? Drowning? I don't know. Fear itself.
What is your name?
My name is Lyle Marston.
What does freedom mean to you?
You said these were going to be easy questions. Freedom. Can I get back to you on that one?
Nope.
No. Is this a timed essay?
The only thoughts I have on freedom at the moment is that in a country that has began on fighting so hard to acquire freedom, we've really abused it. And now we take it a lot for granted. What it means to me, I'm not really sure at the moment.
Okay. What do you fear?
What do I fear? Nothing.
What is your name?
Daryl Haley.
Daryl, what does freedom mean to you?
Freedom means I don't know, it's a right and it's a responsibility, but it's mainly being left alone, being able to do what you want to do as long as it doesn't hurt someone else.
Okay, and what do you fear?
Invasion of my privacy, more than anything else, I think.
What is your name?
Ursula Bryant.
What does freedom mean to you?
It means being able to speak what I want to say and, walk freely through America and have no fears. And living in America is freedom to me.
What do you fear?
I'm scared of fire. I'm scared of being burned in a fire. It's a dream I have all the time, a reoccurring dream that I have, so that's what I'm scared of.
What is your name?
My name is Brad Smith.
What does freedom mean to you?
Well, to me, it's almost like freedom is defined in opposition to the thing that one would be free from, like freedom from fear, freedom from terror, freedom from bondage, freedom from hunger, and I guess there's also the freedom to do something, but it's almost like you have to have the other concept to have a concept of freedom. You have to have a concept of like a chain, to know what freedom is.
What do you fear?
Personally, I don't know, I'm afraid of a lot of things. Like on a large scale, I'm afraid that our civilization is going to burn itself out, and there won't be anything left.
What is your name?
It's Emily Dobbins.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom is the right for a person to do what they please to do.
And what do you fear?
What do I fear? You mean like phobias? Is that what you kind of like mean by fear? Like I have a phobia of spiders. But what do I fear? I fear that life as we know it won't become life as we know it. Like that it'll be taken away from us in some fashion or form. And like we won't be able to live as we want to live. That's pretty much my fear. Government decided one day they didn't want to have beer, and like one day they just decided to stop making beer. That would be a fear of mine, to wake up and not have beer. That would be awful.
What is your name?
Chandler Brunke.
What does freedom mean to you?
The choice, I guess, of free will, but isn't free will too?
What do you fear?
Not taking that chance. I guess that's it.
What is your name?
Susan Taylor.
What does freedom mean to you?
What does freedom mean to me? Freedom is... You should have given me a little warning on this. I'm too poetic to put it so simply. Freedom is my rights based on the sacrifices that my forefathers, my ancestors, have made for me.
What do you fear?
What do I